Hey guys, Melissa here. This week I created this little infinity charm, I guess you would say. It's just like the ring I made in a previous video. So if you want to see how I made this, just stay tuned and I'll show you how. I'm gonna need quite a bit of wire for this project, so I'm gonna cut myself at least like 20 inches. See how far that gets me. Okay, and I'm going to leave about ½ inch or so on the end so I can tie it down. I'm going to use my ring mandrel to make my first loop, which will be an outer loop. And I'm going to hang out at about the size 11 here. So, and this other side, it will be the inner loop. So I'm going to go slightly smaller, go around the size 10, maybe 10.5. Kind of awkward trying to film this because my wire is super long. All right. That's what I got so far. So this loop, you should notice that it's smaller than this loop. Now, I'm gonna go back to the first side, make about a size 10 on this side. Now you can make your infinity rings any size you want, but this is what I'm going with for now. And kind of shape that so it fits inside your loop. And here's where it gets tricky because you're going to need to bend your wire to get it up and through the loop on this side, because you don't want it on top, you want it to go underneath, but you want it to follow the outside edge. So I'm going to gently, ever so gently bend it, but you don't want any sharp bends or kinks in your wire. Alright, so I'm going to try to feed it through gently. Gently feed it. Alright, and then shape it back to the way it was. Probably get it back on the mandrel and try to get that curve back into it. Take some flat nose pliers and kind of try to straighten this middle portion a little bit. Try to get these two wires parallel to each other. Pinch them and squeeze them together. And then this guy, follow the curve of this inner loop all the way around. until you get to the end. And a little bit left over. I probably just needed 16 inches. When you're somewhat satisfied with the shape, you can start tying these down. And then this one comes up this way. These will help lock everything in. Okay, even these up a little bit. All right, give these a little turn so you don't feel the edges of those. Let me cut this one a little shorter. Guys, nice and snug. Next I want to pound these out really nice. Just kind of flare out the sides here. Take this nice wide chasing hammer here. Once you're satisfied with the amount of flare you got pounded into it, you can start shaping it some nice curves. So it lays nice. It's not totally flat. Turn the wires out a little bit, or in, however you say. Probably in is better. Kind of give them a turn. Just to give it more of a three-dimensional feeling. I just gently twist it. Not too bad. Before I move on, I'm going to polish the nicks out of this. Okay, shined it up a bit, got the major nicks out, shined it up. All right, didn't spend a whole lot of time on polishing because I wanted to get to the cord. You can make your metal high shine. You could have put hammer marks in it, whatever you like. And I could have put this in the tumbler for a couple hours. That would really give it a nice shine, burnish it really nice. But I think I'm gonna put my cord on. I have some faux suede, 3mm wide. What you can do is you can double it up and do the knot thing, where you fold it over and you bring your ties through the loop, you know. You can do that. I think I'm gonna secure that with wire. So I'm gonna cut myself 2 pieces about 8 inches long. I can adjust the length later. So I don't want this necklace to be too long. I want it to be like a choker. So about 15, 16 inches should be good. I'm gonna use 20 gauge. And if you do decide to tumble it before you put the cord on. I don't think the leather would like the tumbler too much. So I'm gonna fold it over by the end on the inside of the necklace here. I'm gonna cut off like 4 inches. So I'm gonna make a hook. Actually, I'm gonna make a bigger hook. I'm gonna bring it a little farther up my flat nose to accommodate the cord. Keep your cord straight. Hook it in there, kind of flatten it down. Not too much yet. I'll bring it up. Start bringing it around. I have to grab this side and try to push it from that side. There we go. Lay those wires side by side. Squeeze them together. Kind of push it, squeeze them together. Try not to distort it. Snip that off. I went about 3 times around. Smush your ends down tight. Like to put a hook on the end so it digs into the cord, and you can snip your end. Just one side. Gonna do the other side now. I did 3 on that side. I'll do 3 on this side as well. Kind of turn it in. Make your little hook if you can. Try not to smush it totally out of shape. If it's crooked, you can go to either corner and give it a press. It's kind of slanted, so I'm gonna go bottom left, upper right, kind of give it a smush. You're gonna do the same thing on both of the opposite ends here. One will be a jump ring, the other one will be a swan clasp. I've got them already pre-made. So it's all personal preference. You can also use pre-made cord ends that you just press on. I don't think I have copper though. These are what I'm talking about. They have the loops on them. They have little hooks. All you do is put these on the cord ends, you put the cord in there, and then you flap these over and press them down. Those are really easy. I don't have any copper tone, so gotta make my own, but I really like those cord ends for when I don't feel like doing this. Almost had just enough. One more snip. All right. So here we are. There's so many different things you can do with this. You can make a chain. You can just add pre-made chain. You can make your own chain. You can use leather. I used faux suede, obviously. You can put store-bought cord ends on or make your own. So many ideas. I think it's pretty cute. Let me know what you think. Let me quick show you how it looks on. All right, so here is how it looks on. I'm not quite the jewelry model, but... So the audio cut out here, but I was just talking about how I'm not a model and I had to use a Snapchat filter. Oh well. Anyway, that's it for me. If you made it this far, thank you very much. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. That really helps me out. Subscribe if you haven't already. Also hit that notification bell. That'll notify you when my videos come out. Have a great week and I'll see you next time.